Hey, but Penny, I do got this question for you. So we did like a little activity to connect with the fans. What should we do?
You say if we did an activity?
If we did like a little, give back or something.
Well.
What you think we should do?
Should I be nice? Okay, I was going to say, I think to give back to you guys, especially those loyal and consistent listeners that listen to the Day Late Show, that tap in with full throttle on Instagram, on Snapchat, on everything, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify. I think we can either do a cash giveaway maybe one day, have a little raffle, winner wins some money. Who don't like some money?
You know what I mean?
If you don't want to win no money, then I know people like clothes. We can always do a giveaway. I can maybe give away some free panties.
Something, you know what I'm saying? We can get some hood, something. I don't know. We gonna figure it out.
Let's stay tuned.
You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. Next week we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have the whole full detail of
Most
everything.
Definitely.
We gonna do a little drawing or whatnot. Y'all just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. This is gonna be all good. But
and
listen,
don't forget to follow the Playhouse on Instagram at Pretty Penny's Playhouse. Okay, pretty lingerie that's gonna make you feel bad.
Okay, and quick thing, girl at the only ever need. Hey, say what is you doing? Get off of here. Don't you got school or something in the morning, bro?
Hold on, you know she got a game in a few days.
Hey man, real talk though.
We need to really bet
I just want to say this though. I'm so proud of my little sister, man, and words cannot explain how proud I am of her. I just hope that she stay doing what she doing. She stay focused. First and foremost, I don't care about the basketball. I care about the education. Stay in class. Get your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Get this graduation. Get this year out the way. And then, you know what I'm saying, from there, we'll figure out basketball and go on from there. But with that being said, she do have a game this weekend. I don't know who she play. I think they playing at West Mesquite. So, you know what I'm saying, that's where I will be this weekend, cheering on my little sister as she.
So if you're on a trip with me, man, by a few pass in the mall, you over there by Tanny's. Pull up. You over there by the Exxon.
Pull up. You know what I'm saying? We in the West. You know what I mean? You know what time. Yeah, man, listen. Y'all know what's going on. But look, Pen, I got a real question for you, and then we going to get up out of here.
The last question, after you done asked me, can I ask you a question 5 times?
But I didn't ask you. But you know what I'm saying? But I got to do this. You know what I'm saying?
I bet you like, damn, is this the last question?
Nah, this definitely the last question, because I'm in here sweating, bro. I ain't lying. It's hot as up. But look, who do you think was the best in their prime? Snoop or Pac? Honestly. Instagram Live. Who y'all think? Snoop or Pac was the greatest in their prime?
I'm going to say, first off, fuck your bitch till I click your claim.
West side.
Yeah,
you gonna say Pac?
I'm not going to lie. Personally, I'm going to say Pac was bigger in his prime because I feel like Snoop Dogg was big in his prime, but I feel like the difference was when Pac was in his prime, he was at the point where people literally idolized him. Yeah. I'm not saying people didn't idolize Snoop Dogg, but personally, I don't know. Too many people who first would be like, I'm going to be like Snoop Dogg when I grow up versus somebody trying to be like Tupac. And I know more people are trying to be like Machiavelli, more artists. That even speaks for itself. Yeah. All of these new artists nowadays, with the split personality, usually they'll tell you exactly, where they got their, motivation from, etc. And I feel like Tupac most definitely gave more people, especially in his prime, all type of motivation, because he really showed the world, like, I was one of them people, I could do it without y'all help, I could do it with y'all help, I can do it by, gang banging, I could do it by this and that. He just had more of a variety, a versatile style to himself versus Snoop Dogg, personally, is what I feel. That's what you feel. All right. Yes. So let me go ahead and drop some game. Sorry. The stuff with Biggie, that also did bring him a lot of light and a lot of, when him and Biggie was beefing, that was a big time in itself. Yeah. So who is Snoop Dogg beefing with that was that big like that? You know what I'm saying? Nah, but look, I'm gonna drop this game to you. Now, when I say, what I'm saying, who was the biggest who was the biggest star at that time in the prime, which was Snoop or Pac? I'm gonna say Snoop, and the reason why I'm gonna say Snoop is because he did trend a lot of stuff. Think about it. When Pac got locked up the last time for that little rape case that they tried to put on him, you know what I'm saying? At that party in the hotel room, when Suge came to get him out of prison before he died, he signed to Death Row Records. Who was on? Snoop was. You see what I'm saying? Snoop had controlled the West. But that's only because Pac was in jail. But think about it. Think about it. If Pac wasn't in jail, what was happening? Pac came from the North, but when Pac he came from the East. Pac is from New York. You see what I'm saying?
And so when he got locked up, if Pac would have never got locked up, he could have been bigger than what he was. Right. I can't lie to you. You see what I'm saying?
Thinking him getting locked up made his crime go down a little bit.
But at the same time, Snoop was controlling the board because Snoop had the West and the East. When he got out,
you don't think it went real crazy?
No, he blew up for sure because he had time to be locked up.
That was more so his prime.
But when I say in his prime, Pac is more, influential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's more one of those, Pac, Biggie. That's the reason why you know Pac. But
so that means that was his prime. So he was bigger in his prime then.
No. Because think about it. Who dropped more music? Who has more hits?
It don't mean nothing.
That means a lot. That means a lot.
Your prime and being bigger than someone else in their prime, it really depends on how big you were from all spectrums, being from the people who listen to it, from how you were influential to how your music spread it. And I'm not taking that from Snoop saying he wasn't like that. But you just said he took over both sides while Pac was in jail. If you was really that nigga, you would have been able to do that while that man was out.
But let me ask you this.
You didn't have to wait for somebody else's downfall in order for you to blow.
People overseas, people in Mexico, Cuba, and across from Cali.
Cuba!
No. People over there knew who Snoop was before they knew Pac. The only reason why they knew Pac was because he died. A lot of people didn't know who Pac was until after he died. But a lot of people knew who Snoop was. And Snoop is still here. You see what I'm saying? When Snoop dropped, what's the album with his first album? I think it's Doggy Something. When he dropped it went double platinum within 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Snoop was up there with
Snoop was up there. If it wasn't for Pac jumping on
NWA, all of them.
Who you think album they was working on when Pac got out of jail?
Okay, now I'm thinking about it in the movie. You're right. But I still personally feel like in his prime, I don't know.
But you gonna always
Snoop had a great prime, but I feel like you said, me personally, I am gonna say Pac just because the whole Biggie Pac situation during that time, it did make his certain prime time go up bigger just because he had somebody that was like, then when it came to him messing with his female and then the stuff in the elevator with him thinking dude set him up, etc. I feel like that made it even worse on Biggie and them. So that's how Pac, got his exposure even more. So yeah, I do agree, but I just feel like in a way, Pac was someone that can be more versatile to the crowd.
Yeah, he was the face of the
only reason
he was the
why
face of the company for sure. He was the face of the company for sure. But that's the thing, because look, when the situation went left, when they went to the East and they had that show, and Snoop did what he did on stage, and he was like, "We ain't dissing the East Coast and all that, bro." After that, when they could have released Snoop, but the reason why they didn't was because, like I say, that first album that he dropped,
it went platinum.
It was doing too much, and they knew they needed him. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why they kept him. It wasn't until he realized, like, okay, I need to move around, and that's when he went and joined No Limit. You see what I'm saying? And after that, it took off. You see what I'm saying? But Pac will forever be, you know what I'm saying, that dude, that legend, because of the time of everything and how it happened. That's just like Mo 3. But when Mo 3 was here, people would say that he was the best in the city, but you still had, it was up in the air. Oh, it was Mo 3 or it was
I don't know, because during that time, I feel like when I watched the movie, I seen how people like Jada and them were acting like, that dude, I guess it's easier said when you real life were brought up in that time when you were actually listening to Snoop Dogg and Tupac. You know what I mean? Like me personally, I was a baby around that time, but I feel like if I was a little bit older, maybe 5-6 years older, I'd have been able to relate a little bit more and really differentiate more of, who was doing this, who was doing that. But from what I can remember, from what I used to see on TV and etc., being spread around by Pac and Snoop most definitely had that clout, had that pop. But me, I just feel like, I don't know, Pac was a different type of influential. Like Snoop, I feel like he was more of those, from what I remember, it was gin and juice. He was a smooth, long hair, long. It was some, he was a gangster, but with a little calm swag to him. It was just like, who is this fly pimp? Like, he gave off that pimp vibe. I think that's kind of what it was. But Pac, I feel like he was more influential when it came to political stuff, life. So that's why I personally feel like he would still win that, because it's like, well, Snoop compared to Pac, when you talk about their prime and then their music itself as well and how it speaks volumes to itself, to this day, I'm not going to stunt. I feel like I know more people who would put on some Pac before some Snoop. You know what I mean?
I don't know, bro.
You know what I don't know about you.
That's tough. But
that's tough. Only song that somebody might put on around me with my brothers, you know, he probably play Gin and Juice at us.
Because people don't know Snoop like that, though.
And that's what I'm saying.
People don't really know Snoop, but this is like me. I grew up listening to West Coast music. You know what I'm saying? That's all I knew.
Listen to
you know
now
what I'm saying? So me growing up listening to West Coast, I was on Snoop before I was even on Pac. I just took to Pac when I heard it because I was like, bro, this man is speaking. You know what I'm saying? He really speaking.
Poetry.
But then too, it's some songs that I can go back and be like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, Snoop really snapped off on this too. Plus, Snoop is a freestyle king. But a nigga can freestyle at anything. You can give him a beat. Bro, he done it. He did a whole gospel album. Went platinum. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but question really that matters. Which one of them can stand on the top of the mountain like Michael Jackson and have everybody falling out and everybody rubbing their chest?
It's always gonna be one.
It's gonna be Pac.
It's gonna be one mic.
No,
I don't even think Pac can. Nah, that's a hard opinion.
You
that's
seen that Thug Life on his stomach?
Man.
I'm not saying comparing them to Mike.
Oh,
I'm just saying. No. I'm saying which one of them could be in Mike's situation and position. You know what I mean? To where people on stage falling out just because he done stepped on stage. Michael Jackson stood on stage like this for 15 minutes.
And ain't moved.
And everybody was
and went stupid. Hey, Zay say, he say, man, stop. He said, stop it, man. What he say? Pac spoke to the soul. Nah, he did. You know what I'm saying? But Snoop had the radio on lock, though.
He
you know what I'm saying?
But
So
when Pac got out, I'm sure it went from Snoop having the radio on lock to
Pac. Yeah.
Pac.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I feel like. Not saying he wasn't ready nothing. He was. He had that moment. He had that moment on Pac. But if he really was that nigga, he would have had this shit a lot. Even when dude got out of jail, it would have been bump that. He out of jail, but I'm still taking up. It's still my stuff. This still that. You know what I mean? He still would have had some back-to-back stuff that would have been able to at least level out with Pac, where it was still like, damn, we still gonna play this Snoop right here because that's
man, I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I mean?
America's Most Wanted. Hey. My favorite joint, no cap. Hey, man, I'm telling you, hey, man, y'all been safe.
Most definitely.
Man, safe. But listen, though, man, we thank y'all a lot for joining us for another episode of the hottest podcast on the airways. This is the Day Late Show with two of the flyest DJs. You know what I'm saying? I go by E2 Smooth.
And it's your girl, LG Penny.
Make sure y'all tap in with us next week as we make another episode of the Day Late Show. Listen, follow us on Instagram at the Day Late Show. Follow us on Twitter at the Day Late Show. Follow us on Facebook at the Day Late Show. Follow us on YouTube at the Day Late Show. Follow us on Spotify at the Day Late Show. Follow us on Apple Podcasts at the Day Late Show. If you have any comments, concerns, or topics, send them to at the Day Late Show at gmail.com. Hey man, listen, we cannot make this up, y'all. We cannot make this up. Send your topics, concerns, and comments,
and we're gonna talk about it.
And if you see us in the street, you know what to do. Holler at us. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, peace.